How do you create pretty looking Instagram highlight covers on your Instagram account so people can check out whatever it is that you have to offer, whether that's going to be your YouTube channel, your private coaching, any kind of product. So Instagram highlights is basically one of those things that people see when they first land on your Instagram account. So I am going to show you exactly how to create those, how to make them catchy, and what tools and resources you need to use in order to create them to make sure that you make the most out of them. So my name is Jelena from JelenaOstrovska.com. So let's go ahead and dive into the tutorial. Alright, so as you can see right now we are on my Instagram account on my phone, and so at the very top you can see I have the highlights, right? So the way you use them, obviously you have to be using Instagram stories, right? So those, 15-second disappearing little videos or images that you take vertically on your phone, so that way, they do show up at the very top, of the screen. Obviously you can see it right here. So the way to create the highlights, all you need to do is you need to click on new, and I already have a couple that I've been personally updating, so you can see I only have like 4. So, and you can basically structure a couple of different categories, okay? So you can create a category, for example, for your website. So I have my blog here, so I can put all of my articles in there. I have a little fun one, a makeup that I may actually get rid of. I have one-on-one coaching, so people can check out how they can work with me. I have travel, so they, like I can kind of put, a couple of things that I have done as far as traveling, so you can see like all those highlights, 52 weeks ago, like I've got some trips that I took over the last, couple of months, right? So then like one-on-one coaching, this one little I haven't even, I think, updated it, so, and you can see how many people have viewed them, so you can still check out, there was like, 146 people, that saw them, then my website, then I have like some makeup stuff I haven't really updated. So, alright, so what we can do is you can go over and like hit new. So you can create a whole new highlight, and obviously you're going to have to choose from the stories that you have created over the last, like couple of years, basically, so you can choose anything, right? So what you're going to have to do, right, and I have some suggestions, like, it shows me, different countries and cities that I've been into, or like boomerangs that I've created, like at the very, like left corner. So all you have to do is, let's say if I were to create something about like marketing tips, so I can go ahead and choose a couple of these, how do you call them? Highlights, or like stories, and then I would go hit next. And then you can name it whatever you want to name it. Let's say I can name it marketing tips, right? And then I can put like a little emoji or something. And I don't think that's going to allow me to do that. Okay, there we go. So, and then you can change the cover, right? So over here, we're gonna have to choose something else, right? So I'm gonna have to go ahead and use a different image because this one, it just doesn't really go really well. Okay, so I'm gonna hop over to my screen right now, and I'm gonna get into Canva, and I will show you how to set up a really good looking image that people are gonna want to click on instead of your face that is usually going to show up right here. So let's go ahead and dive right into Canva. Alright, so right now we are on my Canva account, so what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna have to go ahead and type into the search story, as far as I remember, so Instagram story right here, and it's going to give you the exact size that is going to work for you. So it's going to take a couple seconds before it loads up, and then there we go. Okay, so let me just move myself around a little bit. I'm gonna put myself over here. Alright, so and then what you can do, honestly, I suggest keeping the story highlights really simple, so you have a couple of different options right here, so you can literally use these to create your Instagram stories if you're being super fancy, right? But what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep it pretty simple because I do want to make sure that it is catchy. I want to make sure it's on my brand. And I'm gonna go ahead and use the solid color, and I can pretty much just use my brand color, right? So I can just use this color, and then I have my fonts, and for example, let's say I have like I have a couple of different categories, so you can create, different ones as well. So your goal is to make sure if you're going to be using text, make sure that it's going to be readable, because the one that I have right now on my account right here, you can't really read anything, right? So this one says 101 coaching, this one says my blog, this one says makeup. You can't really tell what it actually says, right? So in this case, I'm going to have to use the font that's going to be a little bit bigger, right? So I need to use probably even a different color, right? So maybe I'm going to use something like yellow so it pops and just looks nicer. Maybe I'm going to use this one, right? So I can just put something like travel. I can even make it even bigger because that is the kind of font that I have right here. Maybe even, like make sure that it's going to be something that's actually going to stand out, and make sure that it is going to be somehow centered, because you want to make sure that all the text that you're going to put is going to fit into that little circle that is seen on the highlights. And then you can add some kind of icon. Let's say if it's going to be travel, you can add plain icon and see if Canva is going to give you any options. I believe my old icons that you can see right here, I did download them off of somebody else's website, so I'm not sure if Canva is going to give me anything decent, but actually it does look like it can give you some nice options. So I'm gonna choose this little airplane, and I can change its color, I can put it in the very center, I can move around the text a little bit, and again, make sure that it all fits into the little circle, because if it doesn't, it's not gonna look, that's that nice. So you have to make sure that it's a little bit smaller, right? Then the travel, and this icon right here, I can change its color as well, just to make sure that it's gonna be like all looking nice. And even this text, I do believe that it can look a bit better if we make it smaller, right? So this is the final look. Honestly, you can make them way nicer if you would like to, but we are going to keep it the way it is. And right now we're gonna go ahead and try out how this is going to look like on the Instagram account. Alright, so we're back on my Instagram account right now, so let's go ahead and try out one of these highlights right here. So I'm going to open up the one that I already have, and let's see if this is actually going to let us edit, because a lot of the times this isn't loading the way it's supposed to be, but I'm going to show you, let me just show you on the new one, okay? So, oh, and actually over here, so let's say this is the highlight, and if you hit on more, at the bottom right corner, you can edit the highlight. And right here, you can change whatever you want to change, right? So you can add more things to it, and you can also edit the cover. So this one, I'm gonna have to go ahead and choose from some of the new images. So I'm gonna go back to my gallery, and I'm going to blow this one up. And you may have to play around with the sizes, because you see like the airplane is not actually as clear as I would like it to be. But this is how the final look may show up. So let me go back to my highlights, and right here you can see how this looks like. So again, you can do this for every single piece of highlight, and then all you need to do is to make sure that you fill it up as you add more stories to your Instagram account. Alright, I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to create Instagram highlight covers for your account, so people can check out more of your offers and what you have going on inside of your business, and they can check out more of your lifestyle, because we all know that stories do disappear after 24 hours. So that way you can keep the most important ones that people would enjoy checking out. And that's also going to be like your virtual business card on Instagram that people can take a look at and kind of take a peek into your life and what you're all about, and what you like to do for fun, and what your business is all about, and how you can help them. So I really hope you got some value from this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you did. Share this out with your fellow Instagrammers. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and hit that ring bell button to make sure that you get notified whenever I publish new videos on my YouTube channel, which is every single week. And for more trainings just like this, go over to my blog, JelenaOstrovska.com, grab your free download at the very top of the website, and make sure you check out the description for more ways how we can connect, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.